Hey everyone, Captain Beards here, bringing you another Landgrisser mobile video. Let's get it. Alright guys, so before we get into today's character guide slash showcase for the girl Freya, I want to clear a few things up. First is the runes. There is only two ways to get runes. There is a third way if you didn't get it on a monthly basis. It's not a monthly basis, but you can only buy it once, which is in the gift pack section. You will see right here, you will see some runes, a pack. I believe it comes with 3. I'm not too sure. I bought it a long time ago in the beginning of the game. So I think it comes with 3. But once you buy that pack, it never comes back. So that is one way to get a couple runes. The next way is going to be in the mystery section and the honor section, where in the arena section, if you fight a lot in the arena, you build up these points. You can actually get 1 rune per month. So I do highly advise before the month is up, guys, make sure you are saving up some honor points, just like I was here, saving up some, so that way as soon as the month reset comes in, you can go ahead and get your rune. And then the last and final way to get your rune is going to be actually in the Guild War section of the game, the guild store. So I'll go over to that page right now. Alright, so I'm in the guild store here. Now as you can see, I already bought it. I saved up a bunch of guild points just to make sure that once the reset kicks in, then I can buy that. So once you buy the gift pack, guys, there's only 2 ways to get, one way to get 2 runes a month, and that's going to be the guild store, and that's also going to be the honor shop. Other than that, there are no other ways to get runes that I know of. If you do know one other way, please comment down below and let me know. And I'm not talking about in-game rewards, because obviously some games, some of the mission rewards and stuff like that in different events will give you runes. But I'm actually talking about being able to farm it every single month and being able to get it, which so far the only ways I know are going to be this way and the honor store so far. Anyways guys, let's go into the main page here. Alright, now so before we get into Freya, the last thing I want to talk about before we get into this guide slash showcase here is going to be my summoning yesterday. Now a lot of people think that I was getting very salty because I was getting a bunch of dupe jugglers, which I was, but there's not. I'm grateful for the SSRs, don't get me wrong, I love the SSRs, and as you can see, my juggler is in my top 8 spots here, so I have been working on him quite a bit. So I do love the unit. I think Jug is a fantastic unit. The problem I have is just being able to go over to the bond system and actually start up these units makes me not want to pull dupes. Like, I don't want to pull any dupes of anybody, just because over time I know I'm going to end up starting them up regardless, right? So take my Leon for example. I got him at 3-star, and over time I got him to 4-star. Same thing with Lana, same thing with Liana. So dupes, if I'm going to get dupes, I rather in the SRs than the SSRs. You know, for the SSRs, I just, you know, they're such rare units to get in themselves that pulling dupes of them, yeah, it's a fantastic thing and it's a free 5-star or 6-star, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, man, I really could have taken an extra copy of Sherry, or I actually could have taken a brand new unit like Zoraida, you know, things like that. So the salt doesn't really come from pulling the character a bunch of times. The salt comes from the fact that, hey, I can actually grind him out in the bond system, and by the time I know it, boom, he'll be a 4 or 5-star, you know. Like my Leon for example, I just freaking got this guy to 4-star through the bond system, and I'm already almost halfway to starting him up to 5-star. So yeah, that's where the salt comes from, guys. If you guys were wondering yesterday, like, why is this guy so mad from the SSRs he just got? No, I'm actually freaking excited that the game was so nice to me, giving me that many SSRs and that least amount of tickets. But it just, yeah, it goes hand in hand. Anyways, let's get into the guide slash showcase for your girl Freya. Alright guys, so we're in the character guide slash showcase here for the girl Freya. She is one of my favorite units in the game. I know I say that a lot about a lot of units, but Freya is actually one of my favorite units in the game. Between, if you had to choose between Vargas and Freya, then me personally, I choose Freya, but that's just because I like running the Princess Alliance team a lot more than any other team. So this is my favorite team in the game. That is my opinion. So don't think, oh yeah, that's his favorite team because that's the strongest team ever. No, that is my opinion. And I do feel like there are other heavy hitting teams in the game, but the Princess Alliance team just brings a lot to the table. That's why it's my favorite team in the game. I am going to be going over fusion power teams and best builds for them and top 5 fusion powers, like in a list of which one's the best and stuff like that. And I'll try to give my opinion on what I think, and then I'll try to give on like what the stats kind of say which is the best. But besides that, she's also part of the Origins of Light team. Now I have been working on my Origins of Light team a lot, and I mean a lot. And the reason being is because I just got my Jug to 5 stars, thankfully, from getting a bunch of SSRs yesterday. But besides that, so now that my Jug's a 5-star, he's kind of a beast right now. So I did go ahead and work on him a little bit. Diehard I've been working on a lot. He has my assassin role. Then Tiaras is my healer, of course. And then Freya has my tank. And then my 5th spot is either going to go to another healer, or it's going to go to Luna, or just some random DPS damage dealer. So that is what I'm currently working with when it comes to my teams. Now I am going to be probably showcasing the Origins of Light team in her showcase today, just to give you guys that versatility. Like, okay, Beards is always running the Princess Light, so I might switch it up and go over to the Origins of Light for the showcase today. But besides that, let's go over to her upgrade class section here. Alright, so we're in the class guide here. Now, before I continue this video, there's going to be a little bit more cuts in this video, just because I did get a cut in my mouth, so I have to kind of like slow down my talking, or if I talk too fast, I have to kind of take a little pause break. So if there's more cuts in this video, I apologize about that. But going into the High Lord here. So the High Lord is the class that you're going to start off with, which is physical damage taken decreased by 5% when nearby friendly units are under physical attack, takes damage in their place. So your typical tankish move, jump in front of shots. Unicorn Knight, don't even look at Unicorn Knight. This is absolutely garbando, unless you have absolutely no fusion power buffers or whatever. Actually, you know what? This is actually garbage even then, just because she's actually a fusion power buffer herself. So don't even go Unicorn Knight. Going into Saintess here. Now, Saintess is actually not too bad to pick up. Now, the reason why I say this is because when attacked, defense increases by 5%. Last 1 turn can be stacked. So if you actually combo this with her jumping in front of shots, and if 4 people were to attack your units and she jumps in front of all those shots, she's going to have her defense increase by up to 20%, because this can be stacked in an unlimited amount of times, which is really cool. Now, the problem with this is that it does last 1 turn, so it's pretty much not really worth the rune. So I do recommend that if you do have an extra rune, yeah, you can throw it into this, but look at your other SSRs first. And look at your other healers and stuff first, because if I had to choose between putting runes in her or putting runes in my Amilda, I throw it in my Amilda just so I can make my Amilda not only a mage DPS dealer, but a very strong healer for my Empire Honors team. So looking at that level, you know, SR to SR, it's not because Amilda is better, it's just because Amilda can require a little bit more attention, just because you could bring the best out of her if you put more runes into her. While our girl Freya here, you don't actually need to invest that much runes into her. You can actually go straight path right to Royal Vanguard, and you will have everything you need. Now going into Vanguard here. Now Vanguard, you got the Lance move here. Now the Lance is pretty good because it kind of replaces your Protect at endgame. Early to mid game, you're going to be running both. You're going to be running the Protect and you're going to be running the Lance. But as soon as you get to end game, you kind of get rid of Protect, and I'll tell you why in a second here. Now it takes physical attacks instead of nearby friendly units, so just like Protect, except you don't get the 5% damage reduction. Now when you activate it, guard range increases by 2 blocks, which is really good. Defense increases by 20%, which is really freaking good. Now the higher defense Freya has, the more damage she's going to do. So do understand that you want her on a lot of defense. So when you activate this and somebody attacks her, she's going to be doing a lot of damage. Now when attacked with a melee attack, always triggers Barb. Fixed damage after battle. So Barb, as soon as somebody attacks her, boom, it's going to trigger Barb, and that is going to do some fixed damage to her, to the enemy, which is really good. Now, I believe the damage is based off of Freya's defense. I could be wrong on that, but I believe that's what it is because of her other move here. Her actual Barb move is based off of her defense, so I'm guessing this one is too. Now, when she activates this, that's when her Barb is actually going to do a lot more damage because defense increases by 20%. So you can actually see some really good deeps coming from her when she's not attacking, which is pretty cool. That lasts 2 turns, which is awesome. But moving into her endgame, so Royal Vanguard. Now, when you go Royal Vanguard, you are going to unlock the Power of Hope. That's the first move you unlock with her, which is really good. The problem I see with this is if you have Juggler or if you have Diehard, you don't need to run her fusion power. Just because it's kind of a waste of space for your tank here. And on top of that, their fusion powers are a lot better than hers. Just because she only has a attack and defense increase. That's it. She gets no other bonuses. There's no terrain bonus. There's no whatever bonuses that Jug and Diehard give. She doesn't compete with that when it comes to her fusion power. Now, if you do not have Jug and if you do not have Diehard, then her fusion power is not too bad to run then. But then at that level, I kind of recommend just running with the Princess Alliance and running a Princess Alliance fusion power. Just because, like I said, it's just a waste of space here. Now, what you're going after is the Heavy Shield, which if you watch my Vargas guide, it's the same thing. It's a passive. It's a 2-cost. When attacked with a melee attack, there's a 25% chance to decrease damage taken by 50%. That is stupid broken just because, yeah, 25% chance is not a lot, but when that does kick off, decrease damage by 50% on a unit that's already heavily based on defense, that's insane. So that tankishness that can come from that when it does proc off is insane. So let's go into the look here. So about early to mid game, you're going to be looking something... You're going to be looking like this, right? Early to mid game. You always want to run Barb just because it's going to trigger 2 Barbs. It's going to trigger Barb from her Barb passive right here, and it's going to trigger Barb from her Lance move right here. Now, what Barb does is when attacked with a melee attack after battle, if unit HP is above 50%, triggers Barb. Deals fixed damage once to the enemy. Damage is 2.5 times hero's defense. So understand that, guys, that if you are running this Barb, her health is above that 50%, she's going to deal that fixed damage, which is times her defense, which is very, very strong. Now, like I said, early game, you're going to be running Protect, which you're just looking at it for the physical damage taken decreased by 5%. And then you're going to be running Lance, which I already went over that. But once you get to about mid to end game and you do unlock Heavy Shield, you want to go ahead and remove the Protect and throw on Heavy Shield, and you can easily run your setup like this. Now, like I said, if you do not have any fusion power buffers and you don't have any Princess Alliance fusion power buffers, you don't have Diehard, you don't have Juggler, you're pretty much screwed. No, I'm just kidding. No, you then want to probably remove Heavy Shield and throw on the Power of Hope, which keeps her as a tank. Because if you remove Lance and then you put on Heavy Shield, understand she's not going to jump in front of anything. She won't, just because you're not running Protect and you're not running Lance. So that means her tankish abilities just go down the drain. So you have to be running one of those two. So I do recommend a setup just like this. This would be the perfect setup because now all you have to worry about is just proccing off your Lance, which is on a 2-turn cooldown, which is not bad. So proc it off every single time it comes up. Boom, proc it. And you'll be good to go. And then the rest is just based off of pretty much RNG here. So, well, this one's based off an RNG. Alright. Moving into her talent here. I think I already went over the talent here. Hold on. Alright, so it looks like I didn't go over the talent here. So the talent, Sorrowful Choice, is a very strong talent. And obviously I have it a little bit stronger because my Freya is 5-star. I did pull her a lot. Chances of being critically hit reduced by 40%. Before entering battle, if HP is above 70%, deals damage to the enemy. Damage is equal to 2 times hero's defense. So guys, this is where Freya becomes very, very strong. And this is where a lot of people will try to argue that she is stronger than Vargas. Is because not only if you have her HP above 70%, you can initially get 3 fixed damages to proc off. One from Sorrowful Choice, which is 2 times for the hero's defense, and her defense is going to be insane. Watch, you'll see in a second here. 2 from Barb, her first Barb, which is her skill here. And if her HP is above 50%, triggers Barb, deals fixed damage times 2.5 times hero's defense. So again, defense, that's number 2 that procs off when she's attacked. And then the third one is going to be from Lance. Now, when you do activate Lance, the defense increases times 20%. So those get very, very strong. And then when somebody attacks her, it triggers Barb again, which is right here. So it triggers Barb again, which is the 3rd time. So if she's on very high defense, you're going to see the fixed damage that happens after she's attacked very, very high. I mean, she can really truck a lot of units with all her passives just proccing right off after somebody attacks her. That's where a lot of people will argue that she's better than Varg. And then a lot of people argue, well, Varg comes back to life and this and that and this and that. Well, I mean, they're both awesome units. Honestly, that's what all I have to say about them is they're both phenomenal units. And they both do the job that they were meant to do, which is just defense, defense, tank, tank, tank. So definitely good units here. All right, so you got Sorrowful Choice, Barb, Lance, and then Heavy Shield. Let's go into her class here. So the class... their next class after you get to the 3rd gem slot here is going to be the Heavy Cavalry. This is a good unit, not too bad. I don't really think it's worth investing all your time into. You can pretty much take her up to number 2 and you'll be good to go. Let's go into the soldiers here. Alright, so the choices on soldiers is not too great if I'm being honest with you guys. Oh, they do have a little clothing there. I should definitely get that. Anyway, so the choices on soldiers here is not too great if I'm being real with you guys. Just because the best soldier for her, honestly, I would say is the Heavy Centurion. Sorry guys, I can't, I'm telling you, my words are coming out and they are slurred right now. When attacked, attacking defense increases by 10%. This will be the absolute best thing for her. Now, the reason why I do not have this unlocked is because the event right now, the Anarchy's Gym for the greens, is not up. If it was up, I can actually go grind a few more stages and then I would actually have these guys unlocked. So due to unfortunate circumstances when doing this guide, I do not have them. So that is the one unit I recommend over any other unit, the Heavy Centurions. Definitely put these guys on and don't look at anything else pretty much. Now, the Dark Guards are not too bad either, just because they are red and they're pretty powerful. But what they do, it kind of goes against everything Freya's about, which is when attacking after battle deals damage equal to 5 times max HP to the enemy, restores 10% soldier HP. So like I said, they're really good. They're a red unit. I mean, if you're fighting a lot of greens, I mean a lot of them, then I guess you could use these guys. But at the same time, like I said, it's really against what Freya's about. It's just because she wants to guard. She doesn't really want to attack. And then you got these guys here. Now these guys are the ones I'm currently rocking with because physical damage taken decreased by 10%. So I believe that's really good. Just because she's already tanking a lot of damage, and then on top of that, that damage decreases again by 10%. Now that's not range damage, which does suck, but that still is physical damage taken decreased by 10%. And then if Heavy Shield procs off, that can be a lot of damage reduced, guys. So do understand that. Now you do have the Elite Cavalry. Like I said, they kind of have the same problem the Dark Guard has. So that's when attacking damage taken is reduced by 20%. She's not really going to attack. Then you got the Elite Lancers. When attacked, damage dealt increases by 12%. So these guys are not too bad either, but like I said, I think these guys are the best way to go, at least until you unlock the heavies, because once you unlock the heavies, that's where you want to sit with her, because that's when you're going to see the most defense proc damage things coming from her. Her barb and her talent damage is going to go skyrocket with these guys on. All right, so let's go over to the equipment section now. All right, so we're in the equipment section here. Now, like I said, guys, about the whole cuts thing, I really apologize, but I'm trying to just get this video out to you guys. All right, so what I went with is kind of a defense HP based equipment set. So you got your Blood Lance, which is defense plus 6%, just gonna make her do more fixed damage. Then you got Mirror Armor, which is HP and defense plus 2%. Like I said, more fixed damage. Also, Mirror Armor itself actually has fixed damage proc off, so that's really freaking cool. So that means she's gonna have 4 fixed damage procs off, which is freaking awesome. So before attacked with a melee attack, deals fixed damage to the enemy. So 0.7 times hero defense, so it's not a lot, but guys, it's still something, right? And then we got your helmet here, which is HP plus 6%. Just give her some HP, a little bit more tankishness. And then we got the boots. Now, the reason why I put on the boots, a lot of people say, why the hell did you put on boots, right? She's a tank, so I want her to be able to have the mobility of the other units. So if my healer, somebody like Tiaras has a lot of mobility. She does. So I want my Freya to kind of keep up with her. I want my Freya to be right behind her, so that way somebody goes after my Tiaras, boom, Freya's going to jump in front of that shot. So this is why I put the mobility on her, not to get in the enemy's face and attack, just because I want her to keep up with other units. And then the HP plus 3%. Going into the enchantment here. Now, any of the blue enchantments are not too bad. Let's go over to the forge here. Any of the blue enchantments are not too bad. I definitely say between Hard Rock and, not Crystal. Hard Rock and Ice. Obviously, don't go Crystal because she's not a healer. So, for Freya, I highly recommend Hard Rock and Ice. Reason being is because, remember, she's really based off of her defense. So, Ice gives her defense and magic defense plus 5%. So does Hard Rock. Then the second ability, the 4-piece, really goes down to what you want to be about. It's really about what you want to do with her, right? Now, if you want a little bit more self-sustainability and keep her above that 50% HP, so that way her passive moves, her fixed damage moves can proc off a little bit easier, then you're probably going to want to run Hard Rock, just because when HP is below 50%, 50% chance to restore 15% HP after battle. So that's why Hard Rock's really good, and that's why I'm currently rocking with it right now, just so that way if she does go below 50%, boom, Hard Rock has a chance to proc off, and if it procs off, it gets her above that 50%, and then she can get her Barb to proc off, which is really good. Now, Ice is not bad at all, and I highly recommend Ice too, just because when attacked, 20% chance to render the attacker unable to attack for 1 turn after battle. She jumps in front of shots consistently, so that 20% chance is not a lot. It's really RNG at that point, but when it does proc off, it's absolutely clutch, and I mean absolutely clutch, just because you're gonna disable that person's mobility for 1 whole turn, and that can do wonders for you. The next thing I could recommend is running a 2-piece. So running 2 Ice and 2 Hard Rocks, so that way she'll get 10% damage, 10% defense increase instead of 5%. So that's another thing you could do with her too. Now, with the stats I went with are going to be defense and HP stats. Not really worried about attack, because like I said, you're not really going to attack with her. She's more about defending, so that way she can do a lot of damage when she gets attacked. So we got defense 3%, HP 4%. I try to get that a little bit higher, but running into gold problems right now. Then we got defense 5, which is not too great, but HP plus 8%. I was going to switch that over, but the HP plus 8% I think is really strong, so I'm going to keep it. And then we got defense plus 5%, int plus 3 is worthless, but defense plus 5% is super solid. Then we got defense plus 7%. And magic defense 8, which I think is really good. Magic defense I'll take. If I could get an HP stat in there, that would be nice. But like I said, money, gold problems, and pretty much, yeah, that's what I really ran into. And defense plus 7%, which I think is super solid. Anyways, guys, if you are building your girl in any other way, please comment down below and let me know right now. Let's get into the showcase. Alright guys, so this would pretty much be your ideal team if you are trying to run the Origins of Light team and pretty much doing these missions. I believe you're going to swap out your Luna for Kirikaze. And then you can even go for another healer if you want to. She's not, Liana wouldn't get the buff from the Origins of Light, but she's still a good healer to roll. So if the mission's a lot harder, then this could be your team here. And I'm running Jug because Jug is my blue damage dealer. Freya obviously with the tank, Tiaras with the heals and Origins of Light buff, and then we can run Liana in that spot. Now in this case, since I know I probably don't need the extra heals, then I'm going to throw Leon in that spot since he carries his own fusion power. Now you can throw Leon, you can throw Elwyn, Bernhardt, Seth here. These are all units that carry their own fusion power, so they can all be put in that spot. Luna is the same way too, so Luna can actually take that spot. She does carry her own fusion power, so she could easily take that spot too. But in this case, I'm going to throw Leon here because my Luna is not worked on at all. So that's how we're going to run our team here. Now let's take a look here. And I think we should be good to go. Now, I am running Diehard with the fusion power. Jug's fusion power is pretty good too, but I think he'll benefit more from just running his passive there. Let's see. When attacking and the percentage of HP of your units is higher than the enemy, increases damage dealt by 15%. I feel like that's really good too. I don't know. Alright, we'll run it like that for now. That's the one thing that makes Leon just really powerful. Just the fact that he can actually be on any team. And I know a lot of people say, well, you have to use his fusion power, Beards. I know that, but you know what? Let's go ahead and mute this. I know that you have to activate his fusion power, but at the same time, you know, it's still like really awesome the fact that you can actually run him. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is the reason why I have Jug over here with my Freya is because I don't want Freya to jump in front of that shot from this dude here, the red, because I know that shit will hurt like a nightmare. So we are gonna go ahead and have our Jug sit in front of that shot there. I think I'm gonna rewind time there and just activate his Beast Shock there. Yeah, I'll hit this guy with Beast Shock. There we go. Should do a lot more damage. Yep, it got the kill that time, which is exactly what I was looking for. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move our Freya in place. We're going to activate Lance. Here we go. So now Freya will jump in front shots for our boy Jug down there. And on top of that, she'll jump in front shots for pretty much anybody else here. So, and then we got our girl Shelf here. Not Shelf. I'm so used to using Shelf. No, Jesus. No, our girl Tiaras here. Have Tiaras heal up our Jug down there. Now what's pretty good about Jug though is if he did get hit, for instance, if Freya did not activate Lance and Jug did get hit, it's not a big deal anyways because Jug does heal up the entire group when he gets hit. So that's something that a lot of people need to concern themselves with, especially in the PvP scene. So if you're a PvP player and you're all about doing AoE damage, understand that. I'm just gonna keep him right there for now. Understand that Jug, you hit a Jug, he is gonna be healing everybody. So make sure if you can hit Jug in PvP, guys, you can kill him. Heavy shield activated, sorrowful choice, reflect damage. Let's go. 5,000 damage. Barb is gonna proc off. Barb is gonna proc off. Oh my lord. Did you see that? Jeesh. Jeesh. The level of deeps that just came from the girl there. That's insane. Now you can't tell me guys, that's not amazing. Like, wow. That was beautiful. Now I know that our Jug's a little bit on the weaker side here, which is a-okay. We're not gonna be able to heal. I know our Freya could definitely finish this guy off here. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll have Freya finish this guy off. Oh man, I don't have my thing on. Oh, I forgot this guy's gonna jump in front of the shot there. Ooh. Well, she did get Barb to proc off and stuff, which is really good. We can't move Jug in any way. And I know Freya will jump in front of the shot again, but I think Jug might die here. If I'm being real with you guys. Prayer is good, but the problem with Prayer is, I know it'll heal him. Okay, we're gonna have to do that. Yeah, we're gonna hit Prayer here. Just try to keep Jug alive here. He should be able to survive this turn. And I know Freya will jump in front of the shot for the lobster there, so that won't be a big deal. But the level of deeps that just came from Freya there, oh wow. And she didn't even freaking attack too. That's insane. Alright, let's see what we're going to do here. I think we're going to have Leon go this way. I've never even used this move before, Calamity, so it's pretty cool. So let's see what it does here. The range is okay on it. Alright, 5,900. Fatal Blow procced off there. That's pretty cool. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, Diehard is definitely going to get hit there, so that's a little bit concerning, but that's A-okay. We're going to keep him here. Oh, Defense Intimidate just procced off there. Awesome. So she's going to jump in front there and guard again. Now, I believe the other green guy is going to go after my Jug, and she won't jump in front of that shot. So that's fine. Actually, she will, because that's whatchamacallit, a physical damage shot. Okay, Barb again. Let's go Freya with the deeps. Now, do note that Lancers are much tankier, so that's why she probably didn't kill him there. But if that was any other unit, an infantry or cavalry unit, yeah, that guy would have been dead, 100%. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna have Freya go ahead and attack this dude here. All right, look at the deeps coming from her, just moves there. Not even from her attack there. Her attack was absolutely ass, right? But the barb that procced off, and then the other little deeps that procced off there was just beautiful. All right, he did manage to get the finish, which was good. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Now we do have mass heal, so we're gonna hit a mass heal here. There we go. I'm telling you, Tiaras with Freya is kind of busted. Just because when your units do get attacked, Tiara's healing light does proc off. So it's a little bit on the strong side if I'm being real with you guys. Alright, Diehard's going to get the finish there. Free will activate there. Beautiful. Let's start moving our Leon over there to the cavalry unit over here. Oh, they're getting attack buffs here. Oh, they're starting to go on the move. Okay, Freya. Sorrow for choice. Reflect damage. She takes the hit. Here comes healing light. Here comes Barb. There we go. Now, do note the second Barb did not proc off because the Lance was not activated. If Lance was activated, second Barb would have procced off. So just remember that, guys. That's why Barb only procced off once. Look at how much damage she just did just from that alone. Crazy. Just crazy. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys are like, you know, hey, this dude's better. This dude's better. Vargas better. Yeah, I could see why. I mean, I could see it. I do. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this girl is just a beast, though. If I'm being real with you guys, Freya's just what she can do after battles, you know, after she's attacked is really wicked. If I'm being real with you guys. All right, let's go here. Now, fusion power is completely gone, so Jug is probably gonna die here. Okay, or not. Jug is a beast. He's in beast mode right now. Okay, but fusion power is not active anymore. So she's going to take all this damage. Reflect damage. Sorrowful light there. There we go. Healing light. Barb again. Barb again. Oh, wow. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, guys. Freya's exciting me right now because just, man, what she brings to the freaking table is insane. Telling you. All right, let's keep it going. This is all I needed, guys. This is all I needed. All I needed was a day to just play with my girl Freya, and we're good to go. After that summoning yesterday, I just needed a little moment to just have my Freya shine. Oh, I forgot. Once I do that with Leon, it's gonna go ahead and make me attack here, which is fine. Kill for kill, I'll take it. Let's see here. We're going to have her jump in front of the shot again. Just to have her finish this dude off. Just beautiful. Just the fact that she could just stand there and just be like, alright, I think Jug is going to go down here. I could make him retreat, but what's the range on this unit here? I don't think he'll be safe there. Alright. And Freya will not jump in front of that shot, even if I put him right next to, even if I put her right next to him. I'm gonna put Freya there. I know she won't jump in front of the shot, but she jumped in front of that one. 1,200 reflect damage, and she killed the unit without even having to freaking do anything. Psh. Psh. I'm telling you. Different animal here. By the way, heavy shield wasn't even proccing off there, guys. If heavy shield was proccing off on those, she'd be taking a lot less damage on top of that. So and then on top of that, guys, I did not get too lucky with my stats there. Now do note, look at, so her sorrowful choice there, or sorrowful cry, whatever it's called, what is it called? I keep messing this up. Sorrowful choice. So it's still procced off even when she took range damage there. So something to understand, guys, that even if she takes some range damage, her sorrowful choice will still proc off there. Now her other move did not, which is fine, but still able to get the sorrowful, which was really good there. All right, let's go ahead and do that there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Freya does jump in front of shots, range shots there, but she won't jump in front of magic shots. So, because the arrow shots, I think, are considered physical. So that is something to talk about in the comments down below. But other than that, guys, that was an excellent showcase on Freya. I mean, just using this team, that just really made me fall back in love with my Origins of Light team. Jug is amazing, Freya is amazing, Tiara is amazing. They all are amazing units, and if you guys got Freya, I really hope that this guide can help you guys. And if you guys do not use your Freya, well, I hope this guide and showcase really changes your direction and makes you guys use your Freya, because she is an amazing unit and deserves a lot more respect and credit than she is given, because I know a lot of tier lists out there put her on the bottom of the barrel. But I mean, come on, guys, my defense isn't even that high on her. Like, look at my defense stats here, like 3%, not even no defense stat there, 5%, 7%. Like, if I could get those all to 10% on each one of these equipments, can you imagine the level of damage she would do? It's just mental, right? Anyways, guys, I'm freaking drooling over this character right now, so I'm gonna let you guys go. It's your boy, Captain Beers. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace out.